Hi, my name is Lakshya Thakur and my student number is 224864 489. This is my project Smart Trash Can. In this, I combined technology and sustainability to make our lives easier and our environmental clean. I choose this topic because waste management is a growing concern and I wanted to create a smart solution that automates trash handling while monitoring environmental conditions in. Now these are my all sensors. Like here, this is the OLED display over here, and this is the RCT2 model. This show the correct clock time, and this is the soil moisturizer with the soil that has to and this is the DHT2 sensor which helps to show the temperature and humidity, and this is the red and green light, and this is the ultrasonic sensor, and this is the sensor motor, and there is a 220 ohm resistor, and this is my Arduino connected with my laptop with the USB cable. Now it's the time to run the program. This is my whole code. I use the different libraries like wire.hs and gfx library, then ssd 130. This is the for OLED display, and DHT for the DHT to temperature, and RTC for the RTC module that shows the time, and servo for the servo motor. And here I define all the digital pin. Here digital 2 pin defines here the DHT2 sensors, and the soil define here the AO sensor. AO, this it goes to the soil moisturizer, and then in the ultrasonic sensor there's the trig command goes to direct to the 9 pin. Here is the 9 pin, and then there is the echo goes to the 10, and the servo pin, for the servo pin, here it is a servo pin, it goes to the 7, and green LED light it goes to the 5, and red LED light it goes to the 6, and here is the screen. It has a width of 128 and height of 64. And moving next to my code, I did this, like here I put the commands to output and input and shows the green light, and here I use for reading the ultrasonic sensor. I use this command for like in the low it shows to the 2 milliseconds, and for the high it shows for 10 milliseconds. And the sensor motor is used for open the lid if someone is near. And I use the LED lights to control the base on the distance, and I do the DHT2 sensor for reading the temperature, and the soil moisturizer sensor for reading the values, and I use the real clock for date and time now, and I use the command display everything on the OLED to display everything on the OLED to give the output on the OLED TV. Now it is like if the soil is printed by a soil and the time is printed by the time. Now it is now let's verify this code. Verifying this code now. It's done compiling. Now uploading the code to the Arduino. Here is the process. To build the smart trash can, I started gathering all the necessary components and setting up a breadboard to organize the wiring. Here's how I did that. Firstly, I connected the Arduino to the breadboard using the power rail to the distribute 5 volt and ground to all the components. Next, I wired up all the sensor and modules. I used to connect a breadboard to connect power and ground for each routing signals wired to the correct Arduino pins. For programming, I use the Arduino IDE to write a code that reads sensor data, controls the servo motor. For the lid, updates the OLED display and manages the LEDs. based on distance. I included libraries like Adafruit SSD1306 for the display, RTC library for the RTC, and others to make everything work together. There were challenges like getting the RTC to work due to wiring issue. After several tests, I got the system running smoothly. Now showing all my sensor here over here. The DHT22 sensor over here, this is the here one. It is connected to the pin 2. It measures temperature and humidity around the trash can, helping monitor environmental condition. The another is the RTC model. This is one. This is a real-time clock connected via A4 and A5 pin to show the. It keeps tracks of the current time, which I display on the OLED for reference. The next one is the ultrasonic sensor. This one, the last one. It is connected to the pin 9 and pin 10. It measures the distance to object in front of the trash can. If someone is within 20 centimeter, it triggers the lid to open. And there's also servo motor over here. It is connected to pin 7. We can see that it controls the lid opening it when the ultrasonic sensor detects a nearby object. It is directly linked to the ultrasonic sensor. Then it is the other one is the soil moisturizer sensor. It is connected to the analog pin AO. It measures moisturizer level, which could be useful for nearby plants or waste decomposition monitoring. And there is also red and green light connected to pin 6 and pin 5. We can see that over here. With the resistor of 220 ohm, they indicate distance status. Green for clear space, like we can see that there is a clear space and the green light is still turned on over 20 centimeter, and red for too close, under 5 centimeter. Each of these components plays a vital role in making the trash can smart and interactive. Now the light is clearly blinked, and now it is done uploading. And now let's go to the terminal. In this way, I going to use the command screen /dev/tty USB 0. The TT USB 0, we got it from here. Like this is one, the dev to TTY USB, and space 9600, and we press enter. Then it will print the new screen, and we can see the output of over here. It shows the temperature, humidity, soil, time, and distance. It shows the maximum distance like the 33 centimeters, and the temperature is 17.5 degrees Celsius. Humidity is 63.30%. Soil is 0. Time is increasing like every 10 seconds. And now let's go to the code. Let's go to the Arduino project. If I put my hand over here, the servo motor will start rotating, and if I move my hand more away from that, the servo motor is start rotating, and we can see that the green light is already turned on. If I put my hand, the green light get off, and the servo motor is rotating like every time. And if I move my hand, the servo motor is still rotating. If I remove my hand from here, the green light will turn on again, and the sensor motor is stopped now. And this is my whole project, and this RTC model showing the time over there, and this is showing the soil, and this is for the temperature, and this is red and green light, and this is ultrasonic sensor, and this is sensor motor. This smart trash can project taught me so much. Firstly, I learned the basic of Arduino programming and how to interface multiple sensors with the microcontroller. I got hand-on experience with communication for the RTC and the OLED, which was tricky at first due to the wiring issues, but I figured it out how to troubleshoot using tools like an LTC scanner. I also learned about sensor integration, how to read analog and digital signals and use them to control outputs like a servo motor and LED. Most importantly, I realized the power of technology in solving real world problems like waste management. It's amazing to see how a small project can inspire bigger ideas for smart cities and sustainable livings. I faced challenges like getting the RTC to work and managing power for multiple components, but overcoming the challenges them made me more confident in electronics and coding. This is all my video presentation. Thank you.